It's amusing, though. It's fun to watch other people be miserable. Yeah. Have a good night. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Thanks. I think I would like the carbonara.
Okay.
But if I have like a free grub truck on my app.
Oh, yep. So what you want to do is we'll actually do this.
Cool. Thank you.
Absolutely.
How many more do you need? That's the second one? Awesome.
Dawn's mom. Oh, wait. Yeah, one more.
Maybe
Here.
I didn't have a free one.
It's right here.
And then what was the next
Don't forget to remove the
The
spoon.
The
carbonara.
carbonara Mac of the week.
Here, I'll grab it for you.
Excellent. And then click see rewards.
Enjoy.
And it looks like you do not quite have enough points yet.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
I do have a big burrito pork here for you.
Cool. Thank you.
Order 78. Thank you very much. Where'd the pen go, guys? Where's my pen? How are you guys doing?
How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. You prepared, Derek.
It's because I try not to forget my wallet. It's a good reason.
That's
Not
smart,
to
Derek.
forget
It's
your
probably
wallet.
good to not lose your wallet. Guys, fuck yeah, great ticket times. Honestly, like Luke, Tebow, really solid. Order 85. Thank you.
Can I do the big burrito? But I'm gonna be really quick. I'm so sorry. Can I get it without the chipotle slaw?
Yes, yes, you absolutely
And
can.
then
No
without
salt.
the onion salsa?
No salt.
Give us more insight into this investigation. We turn to former FBI Special Agent Jennifer Coffindoffer. Always appreciate your insight. Thank you for being here, Jennifer.
Absolutely, Natasha.
So according to reports, one of the victims, Kaylee, spoke about having a stalker. Jennifer, what do you make of this?
Well, it's going to be a very important key in this from the standpoint that that person needs to be looked into immediately. And I have no doubt that law enforcement has already possibly identified who that is and is on the track to try to figure out if they had a role in all of this.
And Kaylee also made 7 phone calls back to back to her ex-boyfriend, Jack, according to her sister. Those calls went unanswered, but how can that information help the investigation?
Well, any and all phone calls, text messages, social media avenues in terms of communication that happened just prior to that event and well in advance of this event are going to be looked at closely. Look, this has to be somebody that is familiar with them, and in my opinion, they were looking at someone specific to go after. Sadly, it would seem that he came across other people, perhaps going bed to bed, until he found the person that his rage left all of these individuals deceased, sadly.
Right, and we know there are 2 other people unharmed, also a dog present at that scene. I've seen some speculation online talking about why could it be that the dog wouldn't alert the sleeping people in that household as to what was going on there. Is that just wild speculation, or could there be a piece to that person being known within that space?
Well, I think that person is possibly familiar. We know that there was no break-in. They seem to be familiar. But to say the dog didn't wake the other 2 individuals, this is 3 and 4 in the morning when people are fast and hard asleep. And apparently, from what I understand, behind closed doors. So even if the dog barked, perhaps they thought they were barking at something else. What is clear is they did not come to inspect what had happened until quite later.
Appreciate that. And can you talk more about the significance of the large knife? I know Ryan was mentioning this. The county coroner told News Nation that somebody had to be pretty angry in order to stab 4 people to death. What can we glean from that being the murder weapon, the knife being the murder weapon, and also the amount of blood that engenders? What does that mean for potential footprints in that area, even the attacker leaving their own DNA behind?
Well, the beautiful thing in terms of an investigation that this type of horrible act leaves behind what we call trace evidence. That trace evidence can be hair, can be fibers, can be carpet. It can be all of many things. And I totally agree that to have this kind of attack happen, it is likely that they would have stabbed themselves in some way, a small way, cuts and so on. We also know that there was blood splatter. And all of that is so significant, and it's going to take quite an investigation to pour through that crime scene.
I mean, even as we're talking about this, it's hard to stomach the details and to imagine how violent this was. It does seem that there are so many holes investigators need to fill still. We are 7 days out. How much harder is it to solve a murder like this as time continues to pass?
It's harder, but they're going to solve this. The biggest thing they need to find out is who was actually being targeted of the four. You would think that there was one person being targeted and that the other three were there and were incidental to the person's rage that they had, because this is a homicidal, passionate rage that they had toward one of those four.
All right. Former FBI Special Agent Jennifer Coffindoffer, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Natasha.